Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Busters channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about yet another interesting short-term project that has a good potential in my personal opinion. And this project is called Zamio or the ZAM token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website ZAM.io in order to learn more about this project, right? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information present on the website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is ZAM.io? ZAM.io is building a hybrid CeFi DeFi financial ecosystem that bridges real capital to blockchain and accelerates the transition to the new decentralized economy. So what ZAM.io is aiming to do, it is aiming to build a hybrid centralized finance or CeFi decentralized finance or DeFi financial ecosystem that basically bridges real capital to blockchain and accelerates the transition to the new decentralized economy, right? So that's basically their main focus. The ecosystem enables equity investors to extend their stocks portfolio to crypto markets using a platform for stable coin loans secured by stocks as collateral, as used in Z Morgan protocol. So they're trying to enable equity investors to extend their stocks portfolio. So if you are a person who has stocks, you can extend your stocks portfolio to be used in this platform using a stablecoin loan that's secured by the stocks as collateral. So you can use your stocks to get a stablecoin loan in order to derive more value for your stocks in the crypto space, right? ZAM.io's Universal CeFi and DeFi Wallet or ZAM wallet allows users to store, buy, sell, and manage over 200 plus crypto assets, bringing the best characteristics of CeFi and DeFi into a unified wallet. So they're trying to use their own wallet, which is ZAM wallet, as a means to store, buy, sell, and manage over 200 plus crypto assets, thereby bringing in the best characteristics of CeFi and DeFi in one platform, right? ZAM Wallet also offers ready-made investment portfolios built by seasoned traders. So they are also offering a really good ready-made investment portfolio opportunities that are built by seasoned traders, right? The ecosystem's native utility token is the ZAM token, and it is used for paying transaction fees, cross-border transfers, governance, and more. ZAM.io's token is a bridge between CeFi and DeFi. The value of ZAM token is backed by real revenue generated by ZAM.io's ecosystem. So just like any other platform, they have their own native platform token called the ZAM token, which is used for paying transaction fees, cross-border transfers, governance, and many more, right? So you can basically use ZAM token to bridge between CeFi and DeFi, and that's one of their main focus. And they basically derive value for their ZAM tokens by using the real revenue that's generated from ZAM.io's ecosystem. So the revenue that's being generated from the platform adds value to this token, right? So that's kind of like a quick overview. So if we scroll further below, they're providing ZAM.io ecosystem, which includes basically the following features. So let's go through these features in a few seconds. So if you see, platform for stablecoin loans secured by stocks as collateral. So if you have stocks, you can use your stocks as collateral to borrow stablecoins to get exposure to the crypto space using the stocks as underlying collateral, right? The second main platform importance is that universal CeFi DeFi digital wallet to manage and exchange crypto assets. So they have a universal DeFi and CeFi digital wallet, which is the ZAM wallet, to manage and exchange crypto assets, right? And the next one is ready-made crypto investment portfolio. So they provide you with a ready-made crypto investment portfolio, which enables newcomers to just use it as it is without having to give a second thought, right? The next one is obviously offer a stable coin, so they have their own native stable coin, and this is the stable coin that you will be basically borrowing using your underlying stocks as collateral, right? And the next one is native utility token, which is a ZAM token, which is also something that they're offering. They also offer remittance solutions along with virtual bank cards and crypto academy. So these are some of the features that ZAM.io is offering to its users, right? ZAM.io has been covered on Yahoo News, Bloomberg, Market Insider, News BTC, Bazinga, Digital Journal, Coin Codex, Business Telegraph, and more than 100 plus global publications. So that's pretty cool. It seems like they have a lot of exposure in multiple different platforms, and a lot of people are slowly learning about them as this project is getting more and more popular, right? So the next section basically covers about the founders of ZAM.io, which I'm going to skip because it's not relevant to the information about this video. So let's go to the most important section, which is what makes ZAM.io so unique. So why would you choose to put your money on the ZAM token, right? So from institutional investors to seasoned traders and new adopters, ZAM.io brings a universal solution that covers the needs of every type of user in the industry into one unified ecosystem. So they have pretty much a lot of people from the seasoned trading community as well as new adopters who are trying to test their waters in crypto. They have pretty much any solution that these two categories of investors would need, right? So they're trying to make it easier for newcomers to adopt into crypto, and they're also trying to provide the best cutting edge technology for experienced seasoned traders to get the most out of their stocks or portfolios, right? So ZAM.io also brings a universal solution that covers the needs of every user type, user in the industry into one unified ecosystem, as we discussed right now. So Z Morgan, which is basically enabling your stocks to be used as collateral to borrow stable coins in cryptocurrency. This technique basically gives traditional institutional investors the opportunity to seamlessly transition into crypto markets. Investment portfolios enable seasoned traders to earn by sharing their trading know-how and building portfolios for new traders. So what basically happens behind the scenes is that the investment portfolios that they have are basically developed by seasoned traders who provide their know-hows or their expertise in order to develop these portfolios, which can then benefit a newcomer who's willing to choose this portfolio for their own benefit, right? So that's how the ecosystem overall works. Newcomers to crypto are onboarded using a learning platform to understand the industry of ZAM.io. So as we saw like a few seconds back, Crypto Academy, which is kind of like their kind of like a learning page where newcomers can access their Crypto Academy to learn more about how investment works within ZAM.io. So they're using this as a means to onboard and teach cryptocurrency trading, as well as using new users' stocks to borrow stablecoins as a means for ZAM.io to show newcomers how cryptocurrency ecosystem works compared to traditional stock market, right? So these are some of the main reasons why ZAM.io is something that you need to look into. Again, as we saw, ZAM is the native token, and it is a cross-chain utility token, which is available on two chains, which is Ethereum as well as Binance Smart Chain. So you can buy them from any of these two networks. And the next section talks about which exchanges you can buy this token from, which we'll cover in a few seconds, right? So that's pretty much a quick overview of ZAM.io. Let's go to the website itself, which is ZAM.io, and if you see, it's a pretty simple and elegant website that has a lot of information about their platform. They also have NFT sales. If you scroll further below, bridging real world capital to new economy. That's their main focus. They're trying to bring in capital from the stock market, the traditional market, into the crypto space, thereby allowing for the stock market investors to get their taste of the crypto space as well, right? So it is a app store based app that you can download on your Apple devices, or you can download it in Google Play using your Android devices, right? So you have options for both Android and Apple users. So in the news, so as we just saw, they're pretty much spoken about in 100 plus crypto news media outlets, which makes them one of the most exposed platform in the crypto space. In the third tier columns, you can basically expect a lot of projects to claim that they've been exposed to multiple different news media outlets, but it seems like this project has actually done it, and these are all some of the news media outlets where they've been spoken about, right? If you scroll further below, infrastructure to bring a new era of finance. It's trying to bring in a new era of finance, which includes about $95 trillion of money that's locked in the stock market, in the global stock market. They're planning to bring it into the crypto space, which currently only has $2 trillion. So you can clearly see that bringing in that much capital and users from the traditional stock market to the crypto market would definitely benefit the crypto space in the long run, as well as the users who are tired of only dealing with a particular market in the stock market can definitely get exposure to the DeFi as well as CeFi applications on the crypto space, right? So you can read through that information about this particular project here. So our vision is to expand the crypto market by creating powerful and intuitive instruments that connect people and capital from traditional finance to DeFi, right? That's their main goal. An open source financial ecosystem for CeFi and DeFi. So Z which is basically borrowing stable coins by using stocks as collateral, is a technique that basically is referred to as Z So duplicate your capital on blockchain by obviously getting exposure to stable coins. So this is kind of how it works. You can go through that image there. So guaranteed by smart contracts, escrow accounts, and oracles. So unlike the traditional ecosystem where you need to physically rely on humans to custody your stocks in order to give you a loan, and if the banks who are doing this are shady, you may end up losing your assets, because there's always a level of trust that's entrusted into human governed organizations, including banks. But here you don't really have to worry about a human element to that. Or you need to basically allow for your stocks to be in the custody of the smart contract, which basically is what is governing this entire activity. So your smart contract basically controls the assets that you provide, and it issues a stable the respective stablecoin amount to you directly to your wallet. And if you need to get access back to your stocks or assets, you just return the borrowed stablecoin along with an interest, and the smart contract immediately releases your stocks, no matter what the situation is. It's going to be fully governed by the smart contract, right? So that's one of the beauty of the crypto space, because smart contracts basically govern everything, whereas in the traditional financial ecosystem, you are left to trust humans who are more gullible, right? So that's a big difference between the traditional financial ecosystem as well as the crypto financial ecosystem. So USDZ, which is their native stablecoin. So as I mentioned, they have their own native stablecoin called USDZ, which is what will be used to borrow based on your underlying stocks or assets, right? So USDZ digital money pegged to fiat currency. So this is kind of like the only major risk here, because USDZ is not a very popular stablecoin, and recently we know with UST, the stablecoins are not always reliable, especially when they are not fully backed by any form of like actual dollars, digital dollars. So these are basically some of the risks that you would basically encounter, because you're borrowing a stablecoin that's less relatively well known, that has less liquidity compared to USDT and USDC, as well as a stablecoin that may not necessarily represent a true dollar, right? That's something that you can learn about here. So token ZAM cryptocurrency for the new economy. So they're talking about the token ZAM itself, which is a token of interest here. So they have total token supply of 888,888,888. The blockchain where this is available is on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, which is also audited by Certec. It's just one audit, so it would be interesting to see if they audit with more other auditing firms. And you have the ZAM wallet, where they go through that here, and ZAM wallet exchange is powered by Binance to provide our users an exceptional experience with high liquidity, smooth performance, and top tier security. So now that they have much partnerships with Binance with their ZAM wallet, it's going to be interesting to see if Binance actually ends up listing this token, right? So here's the roadmap, which I highly recommend you guys to read through. I'm not going to cover this. I'm going to skip this section. Here's the core team members who have doxed themselves, along with they have their social media handles here, where you can also investigate on projects that they've previously been involved in and the projects that they are getting themselves involved in the future. These are the advisors. and their social media information as well. The institution-wise, these are the institutions that have invested or supported this project. So Pools Ventures, Gerrit.io Labs, Gains Associates, Dutch Crypto Investors, Crypto Avengers, Nakhil Capital, Sky Ventures, R930 Capital, Fresh Whale, Node Capital, Vespertin Capital, Alves Ventures, OIG Investment Group, IBC Investment Group. So these are all some of the investors, and technology partners include Binance, which is Binance Broker, Certic, AdCash, GotBit, Lightning Launchpad, The Graph, Cosmos Hub, Zanpool, Payanyawe, Monetera.ru, Nexo, Best to Pay, Unistream, Contact, Vault One, Sum and Substance, Crypto News, Caspel, as well as Railsbank. So these are some of the less well-known companies who are partnered with this project. So if you want to get more information from them, you can scroll below, and you can learn more about the ZAM token itself through the following places. And if you scroll further below, you can join the community. If you're from any of these countries, you can join your respective community and become a part of that project, right? So that's pretty much it when it comes to the ZAM.io platform. Let's go to the CoinMarketCap page itself, which shows the ranking. The token is currently ranked 3,230th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at 2.2 cents at the time I'm making this video, right? So the token has been slightly shrinking in the past 24 hours of about 3.33% decrease, which is obviously like a good indication that this token is going down, which is a good opportunity to buy, right? So market cap information is not really available. It is a relatively new token, despite being a project that has had a lot of news media exposure. They don't really have a lot of traction, and that's one of the reasons why the exact market cap information is not really well known. It could have somewhere between $5 to $10 million in market cap at any given point of time, but I think this is still significantly low compared to some other projects we covered in the past, right? And if you see, the max supply is, as I mentioned, 888,888 tokens, out of which the circulating supply is not very well known. My optimal threshold for a max supply would be 100 million or less tokens, but here we have significantly higher number of tokens as max supply, which is still slightly less than 1 billion tokens. And even though it is still less than 1 billion tokens, the token supply is so huge, which definitely explains the sticker price of the token, as well as the fact that the current circulating supply is probably going to be less than 5% of the total supply, right? Which is definitely not good news for the mid to long term holders, because there's going to be lots of price slumping as well as sideways action, because a lot of tokens will be dumped into the market pretty soon, right? So this is definitely a good short-term project, but not necessarily a good mid to long-term project, right? My personal opinion. If you scroll further below, you can also see that the token hasn't been doing well for quite some time right now. In fact, the token is currently trading at its all-time low, but as I can state here, that if you see, the token has made some good short pumps and dumps, making lower highs and lower lows. Even though that may be initially concerning, you can definitely expect this token to pump in the short term, thereby making some good gains before it dumps again, right? So I think this token is a good risk management token, because if you are not able to manage your risk, you may choose to not invest in this token. But I feel like if you're a good risk manager, you can balance this token out, because you can technically make some good short-term gains with this, despite the token having to perform poorly in the last few months, right? So if you see, the token was initially worth 59 cents as of 2nd of November 2021. The token instantly dropped to a price of 24 cents as of 11th of November 2021. It did make some short-term peak, reaching as high as 35 cents before crashing down, reaching 12 to 11 cents per token as of 25th of December last year. And then it kind of peaked again, reaching 24 cents and then dumping down. And then it makes the exact same pattern again during April this year, reaching as high as 16 cents from a low of 6 cents and then going back down. So you can clearly see a very predictable pattern here. The token goes up, comes down, makes a newer lows, and then stagnates for a bit, and then goes up again, comes down again, stagnates for a bit, and then goes up again, right? So it has done this at least 3 times, which is making me feel like it is a definitely predictable project for people who can invest in this project and get out of it when they know when to get out of it, they can definitely make a lot of money from this token if they know what they're doing, right? So if you want to make some money with this token, all you need to do is this is probably the best time for you to buy this token because it is pretty much the all-time low as of now. And then since you can clearly see that the token has been moving sideways for a bit, the next action where this token is going to go is in the upward direction. I think when it goes up, it can definitely go as high as 15 cents per token, which is definitely a possibility. And once it goes up, you need to sell it as soon as possible so this token can go down again, and then it will make its new all-time lows again and then do the same pattern again and again. So this is a really, really good, predictable, sustainable token for you to make some short-term gains. It has already proven this 3 times in a row in the past 6 months, and you can definitely make this gain much more consistently if you know what you're doing, right? For people who don't know what to do, I'm not going to recommend you to invest in this token because it could be definitely very risky if you don't know what you're doing. So make sure that you understand the pattern, and if you want to try to play this token, use a very small portfolio, not a huge percentage of your portfolio, but just a small percent to play with this token, and be prepared to lose that money, because if you don't really know what you're doing, you could definitely lose this money, right? So be very careful with that. And if you look at the Bitcoin comparator, I'm not really going to cover the Bitcoin comparator, but you can clearly see the similarities in the bouncy pattern, lower lows and lower highs, and then new all-time lows. Currently the token is at its new all-time lows, which is even less than, I think, 10 satoshis per token. It's currently at 7 satoshis per token, but at one point it used to be as high as 90 satoshis per token, right? So the token is obviously going close to 1 satoshi price point, and maybe can even go below 1 satoshi mark. But you need to understand that even with that kind of situation, you can still make some good short-term gains, but I would not really recommend anyone to invest Bitcoins for buying this token, right? This is definitely a very risky token, even in the dollar comparative. So Bitcoin comparative is going to be even more riskier, right? So I suggest people to stick to the dollar comparative, not Bitcoin comparative, right? When it comes to the markets itself, you can obviously buy this token from a couple of exchanges. You can buy this token from Bybit, which has the most liquidity for this particular token. Get.io is also second exchange where I can buy this token from. You can buy this token from Get.io using ETH and USDT. And the third place is obviously PancakeSwap, and the fourth place is MEXC, right? I think three top second tier or third tier exchanges have listed this token, which includes Bybit, Get.io, and MEXC. I wouldn't really go below the MEXC because I think you will not find enough volume and liquidity for this token, right? But the most important place to buy this token from could be PancakeSwap, because PancakeSwap is a decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. You're pretty much going to be buying the BEP20 version of it for a fraction of a cost on Ethereum. So PancakeSwap is probably the best option for you to buy this token, right? And during the market volatility conditions, you can definitely make additional money by doing arbitrage trading between PancakeSwap, Bybit, Get.io, and MEXC. And that will also give you some more money, right? So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token has some really good short-term potential. It can definitely reach as high as 15 cents per token in the next upcoming months, next upcoming weeks, 2 months. And once it goes up, you can definitely sell the token there and then buy it back when it goes to its new all-time high, and rinse and repeat the same process to make some good short-term gains till the market recovers, right? If you don't know what you're doing, then please don't invest in this token, because you should always do your own research before you put your hard-earned money onto this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.